Have you ever been told you're too quiet? That you should speak up more? Get out more? Stop overthinking everything? If that sounds familiar, here's something nobody told you. Some of the greatest minds in history were exactly like you. Albert Einstein, Isaac Newton, Bill Gates, Rosa Parks. They weren't loud, they weren't attention-seeking. They were quietly, deeply brilliant. And research now shows that introversion and high intelligence often go hand in hand. A landmark study analyzing over 2 million people across 50 countries found robust connections between open-mindedness and cognitive ability. So, if you've ever felt out of place for being quiet, stay with me. Because by the end of this video, you might realize you're not strange. You might be a genius. The first sign you might be a genius introvert is that you genuinely dread small talk and large parties. Not because you're antisocial, but because shallow conversation feels draining. A study in the British Journal of Psychology found that people with higher IQs actually report less satisfaction with frequent socializing. Researchers call this the savanna theory of happiness. Highly intelligent people don't feel the same primal need for tribal belonging because they're focused on longer-term goals. So if you'd rather stay home with a book than attend a loud party, you're not boring. You're using your time strategically. The second sign is that you need significant alone time to recharge. The Gifted Development Center found that 60% of gifted children are introverted, and more than 75% of people with IQs above 160 identify as introverts. This isn't a coincidence. A 2024 study revealed that enhanced cognitive activity activates brain regions, like the hippocampus and prefrontal cortex, in ways that actually reduce the need for external social stimulation. Einstein himself said, "The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulates the creative mind." He didn't achieve greatness despite his solitude. He achieved it because of it. The third sign is that you think before you speak. You're known for being quiet in meetings, but when you finally say something, people listen. You don't fill silence with noise. You process internally and speak only when you have something valuable to contribute. Research from the University of Minnesota found that people who are industrious and compassionate tend to have better verbal and quantitative knowledge skills. But for introverts, that industriousness often happens in private. Your quietness isn't emptiness, it's depth loading. The fourth sign is that you're deeply self-aware and emotionally complex. You have a rich inner world. You're constantly reflecting and trying to understand yourself and others. A study in the Journal of Genius and Eminence found that eminent creators often build what psychologists call psychological complexity. The ability to hold opposing traits, like being both introverted and capable of extroversion when necessary. You're not shy, you're selectively social. And that discernment is a sign of emotional intelligence. The fifth sign is that you're fiercely independent. You don't need external validation to feel good about your work or your ideas. You set your own goals. You hold yourself to your own standards. Bill Gates once said, "If you're clever, you can learn to get the benefits of being an introvert," which might be going off for a few days and thinking about a tough problem, reading everything you can, pushing yourself very hard to think on the edge of that area. That's the genius introvert mindset. Solitude as fuel, not isolation as weakness. The sixth sign is that you're often misunderstood as aloof or arrogant. People frequently misinterpret your quietness as coldness. They think you're stuck up or disinterested. In reality, you're just processing. A 2019 study found that introversion predicts a range of psychological traits in gifted individuals. But these traits are often misunderstood as social deficits when they're actually cognitive strengths. Rosa Parks was described as soft-spoken, sweet, small in stature, timid and shy, but she possessed the courage of a lion. Her quiet fortitude changed history. So if people misjudge you, remember, you're in good company. If you recognized yourself in these signs, here's what you need to know. You're not broken. You're not antisocial. You're not too much or too little. You're wired for depth, for reflection, for independent thought. The world needs extroverts to bring energy, but it also needs introverts to bring wisdom. So embrace your quiet nature, protect your solitude, and remember, some of the most brilliant minds in history were exactly like you. Not loud, not flashy, just quietly, deeply brilliant.